I did a video the other day on how to interpret signs from the universe, and is it a thing? Yes, it's a thing. We all do it. So let's talk about it. I'm going to give you three methods, three distinct methods when making a decision and how to interpret the signs from the universe. Number one, when making a decision, if in doubt, don't. Period. End of story. There is no question. Just put that aside, write that down, and now we can get rid of that and we can talk about the other two that you are really interested in. For me, and this is not scientifically backed, but this is what I have found. I have my ego mind, like you do. That ego mind is filled with desires and needs, and it's all messy in there because we want what we want, and it has an addictive quality to it. Now, I'm not talking about the mind when you solve problems and when you need to do your job. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about decisions. And in those decisions, there's an addictive quality to it. Like, I have a need on the other end. I have a need for sex. I have a need for a family. I have a need for validation, a need for affirmation, and that shit will get you in trouble every single time. So there's an ick factor to it too. And I'll talk about that ick factor in a moment. So when we are in mind and ego, we are looking for an affirmation and a validation of our needs and desires. Notice those things because you have them. I'm going to give you an example in a minute, but first, after I talk about this affirmation, mind, ego, let's go over here to heart, soul confirmation. Heart, God confirmation. What I'm doing is I humbly put myself before my loving higher power, and I ask my higher power for a sign that is so incontrovertible, that is so unexpected, that I know it is from the divine, that I know this is what I am supposed to do, that there is no doubt in my mind because of the sign that I have been given. So let's go back and forth between the two. Let's go back to the ego and the mind. I will give you an example of each. In the ego mind, I wanted this guy really bad. He paid me some really good attention. He love bombed me. Yep. And he asked me to get on his boat, and he asked me to live on his boat. And every part of me said, no, what the hell are you thinking? No, there's no fucking way I'm going to live on a boat. And what did I do? I wanted that man so badly because of what he looked like and how he danced and all that, all the things. And not only did I live on a boat for 10 fucking years, I married the guy. It did not end up well. That is the ick factor, like, oh, hell no, and I do it anyway. Perfect example of the ego mind getting in the way. It was an adventure for sure. I have lots of stories, but was that the most loving thing I could do for myself? Oh, no, it was not. So let's go from ego mind to heart soul, heart universe, heart higher power, heart God, whatever you want to call it. When I am looking for a sign from the divine, I ask humbly. I make myself so humble that I do not have the answers, that I don't want my desires filled. I want your desire filled. What is most loving for me? And I want you to present it to me in a way that I least expect, that is incontrovertible, that the experience is mind-blowing, because it's like, what? Really? And so here is my method. My example. I was looking for a job, and I was interviewing all over in DC. I was leaving an agency. I had an offer on the table from somebody else, and this other offer was coming to me, and I did not know what I should do. So I asked God, I said, please give me a sign that this is what I am supposed to do. What am I supposed to do? And as I got on the train, as I left one agency, I got on the train, and there was a literal sign in front of me that said NIH. That was the organization and agency I went to go work for. That was incontrovertible. It was fast. It met all the criteria. There was no ick factor. And they wanted me. I mean, it wasn't like I really had a choice, because it was so clear to me. And that is what I'm asking you to do. The other thing is, ask your higher power when you are in meditation, when you are connected, and say, what if, or what would it be like? And just ask and see what answers come up. Like one time I said, I wonder what spirituality is all about. And I look down and I pick up a piece of paper, I open it up and it gives me the whole definition. Now, I can't make this shit up. This is just something that happens. And it's happened to me so often that I know it happens to you too. So you can make a decision from your rational, irrational ego mind that has desires attached to it, and you can ask for it and look for a sign and make it whatever it is that you want to be. But if it's a no, there's going to be an ick factor to it. There's going to be like, no, don't do it. That's what I'm talking about. We can go into it further, but if you have any questions, put something in the comment below. When you are connected to the divine and you say, show me a sign, show me confirmation, this is what I'm supposed to do, the sign should be incontrovertible and in a way that you least expect. I've given you 2 examples. I've given you 2 situations. Write them down. If you want to have a live about this, you want to talk about this a little bit more, put in live in the comments below. Subscribe and share this with somebody who may want, and we'll schedule a date to talk. Find out more about it, because I'd be interested in what you have to say. I love you.